Looking for a podcast that inspires and uplifts? Join the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast, where we explore life's experiences and share meaningful conversations with amazing guests. New episodes arrive every Sunday at noon Pacific on all major platforms, or visit MrNoblePodcast.com, where we talk about life because it happens to everyone.
Welcome to the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast, where we talk about life because it happens to everyone. Thank you for joining your host, Nathaniel Noble Jr., bringing you real people, real conversations, and real perspectives to help you grow and stay inspired. So sit back, tap in, and let's talk about life.
You're listening to the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast.
Okay, welcome this week's guest on the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast. Old friend of mine I met through another friend of mine years ago, director, actor, Adele Wallace. I met him through this, to Adele, so I've been knowing him ever since. A couple of years, we worked together. Different projects, did some things at the church once, twice. And just always stayed in touch. Love his music and stuff. But so let's welcome to the show. Present to some and introduce to others, Mr. Walter Bernard. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm just I've been after you for a couple of years to get on the show.
Yeah.
At least we've been bumping in the public. So I said, hey, man, I got to get you on the show and stuff. Oh yeah, just contact
I remember.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, it whatever time it is always a good time, whether now or later.
Right.
The fact
it
is,
happens when it's supposed to.
Yeah, get it done. Timing is everything. Other than that, who is Mr. Walter Bernard? Where did it all start and where it's going?
Oh my God! So Walter Bernard has issues. No, I'm just playing. Walter Bernard. It all started pretty much when I was a kid. My mom and dad raised us in church. They did the best they could. They were Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ, grand old. And so they kept us around the church. And a lot of my religious views begin there. So for those of you that do know who I am, I do share a lot of views on religion, and I focus on unlearning the toxicity that existed in our religion. I learned as an adult that my parents did the best they could. They weren't doing anything intentionally, to cause harm, but sometimes just by what they knew, they just taught us things that weren't beneficial to us. So I just focused on unlearning some of those and developing new. So my dad was an assistant pastor. My mom was an evangelist, and they kept us in that church, had us singing. I became minister of music at 12. I should have been out playing with the kids, but I was in church, in business meetings, hearing stuff I ain't had no business hearing at 12. But from then on, it just kind of just started and just kept going and going. I became a youth pastor at 15, 16 years old. And then I quit for a while. Then I became youth pastor again when I was like 18. Then I quit again. It's a lot of that in my life. Then I became senior pastor of a church at 21. And I did that for about between 15 and 17 years. And then I closed that church. See, a lot of quitting of the ministry. I closed that, and then I ended up here in this space where I'm focused on more community resources and thought leading and provoking conversations that bring healing and personal growth.
That's a whole lot. So,
it is.
Yeah, a whole lot to unpack.
Pick one and we'll go there.
So, hey, what was some of the reasons that was you quitting? Like the youth ministry, and then like something caused you to, to say, hey, I'm out of here.
So when I was younger, I one of the first time I quit being a youth pastor was they kept telling me I had to make a choice. Either you're going to do this or you're going to do that. And I was still in high school and I wanted to continue being on the stomp team. I wanted to continue dancing. I wanted to listen to music that wasn't necessarily, at the time it was during that, Shirley Caesar versus Kirk Franklin versus, it was that. And I didn't want to listen to Shirley Caesar and I sure didn't want to sing it, So I made, at that age, the best conscious decision I could to go live the portion of my life I was allowed to live. Because even though I stopped being a youth pastor, my mom still made me direct the choir, lead praise and worship, because her rule was if you live in her house, you're gonna be in church on Sunday and any other time. Just to add to that as a caveat, when I was in college and I lived at home with my mom, even though I was in school, if I was not in class and they were having noonday prayer, I had to leave college, go to noonday prayer, and go back to college. I was not allowed to just stay at college. My mom's rule was if you live in this house, if I go stay with my mom, I'm 43 now. If I go stay with my mom and I just so happen to be there on a time when service is, if I want there to be peace at the house, I got to go to church.
Got to respect the house rules, bro.
Right, and that's something I matured to understand. I used to be like, well, then I ain't coming. But I have grown to be like, if I want a relationship with my mom, I got to put up with the,
Yeah, that's how it is.
That,
so you just have to go on the days when she ain't going to church.
That part, Monday and Tuesday, because she in church every other day of the week. So
yeah, it ain't gonna change because you grew up.
That part. So I quit the pastoring. Church culture has a lot of, they do a lot of things that are great, especially for young Black men. They do a lot of things that are great. It taught me public speaking. It gave me confidence in a crowd. It taught me how to organize events. It taught me interpersonal relationships. So I know how to be respectful and considerate, right? But other things that they probably do or did, and it may have just been the region I'm from, because I realize things do vary from region to region. They are church heavy and they don't allow you to have personal life and they don't force you to develop personally, right? And as an adult, I found it more beneficial to sow into people from a different angle, to help them develop personally. I feel like in today's time, we have enough prayer warriors. We have enough pastors and preachers. We need entrepreneurs. We need scientists. We need that are of the faith. We need them of the faith. But we need people that are willing to get out here in other areas and affect the world positively for change in other venues. So I was going through a personal time in my life, and I was married. Shout out to my ex-wife. I was married. We were going through a divorce, and she she didn't want to tell the church, but you eventually have to tell the church, right?
They're gonna find out.
You got to tell them your pastor, right? Your pastor and your first lady are splitting. And we shared with the church that we were splitting, and the people lost their mind. And they started telling me, you got to give me time. And I'm like, wait, I'm the one going through the divorce. My life is altering. Yours is going to be relatively the same. And they kept trying to be matchmaker. And this is coupled with a few other things that were going on in my life at the time. And so then I said, you know what? I asked a friend of mine if they could come in for about 6 months and just kind of take over and give me some time off so I can get things settled in my personal life and come back. I couldn't find someone to do that for me. And so rather than bleeding over the people and, things were becoming any relationship. I don't want to say anything negative about anyone. Any relationship can get messy.
Yes.
So while things were getting messy, I didn't want it to spill over into the ministry.
Right.
So I thought it would be more responsible for me to end that facet and take care of that. And then at the time I wanted to come back. After I quit pastoring for about 3 months, I said, no, we're not doing that no more. We're not going back over there. We're going to stay out here and have a little fun and do some things. Because I've been pastoring since I was 21.
Yeah,
So I was like, I missed out on a lot of life. We're going to go ahead and live that.
Yeah, you had kind of like Michael Jackson. He never had a childhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been in
Right.
the church and the religious aspect all your life. It's like, what's normal? Right. What do normal people do? Yeah.
I went through all of that, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. You're tuned in to Nathaniel Noble Jr. Podcast. The best podcast in the land.
Listen up. Does your school, church, sports team, nonprofit, or community organization need to raise money? Introducing the Live Good fundraising program. Raise funds for your organization while sharing the gift of health and wellness with your supporters. It's free to get started, simple to share, and designed to help your organization reach its fundraising goals. Don't be shy, give us a try. Raise money, promote health, make an impact. Join Nate and get started today at fundraisewithnate.com. That's fundraisewithnate.com.
So yeah, and I've been through a divorce. I know it get messy.
Oh, yeah. It's not that my ex is not a bad person. Right. She don't like me, but but she's not a bad person.
Gotcha.
She's not a bad person. It's just, everybody's fighting for what they think they deserve.
Right. Yep. And then you become unequally yoked, right. And then you got to kind of find your way, man. And
right.
The end is split.
And I don't think that a lot of times. That's talked about from the men's perspective.
Right.
There's a lot of
we hold a lot of stuff in too.
We do,
and nobody want to hear our problems.
Right.
So,
and anytime if you put it out there, then you're viewed as a certain type of gentleman, a certain type of man. Right. And that's not necessarily the case. Right.
Trust me, I know. I didn't care what they think. I was hurting.
Right. Right. Especially so for me, since we're here, my marriage had become a big part of my identity. Mm-hmm. Right. So I started pastoring at 21. I got married at 22. Both very young. And I thought I was going to die married, and I thought I was going to die a pastor, one and done. I'm still one and done. I don't ever plan on doing that again, so I went through that whole situation and then learned, I had to relearn myself as a single adult. Mm-hmm. So when you're running wild in your teens, you don't necessarily have the money to act up and cover it up and have sense and all of that. But when you're a mature adult that's kind of established, you can kind of cut up in a different way. So
grown way.
I had to right. I had to learn myself outside of marriage and outside of ministry. You mentioned something earlier. I was talking to, I was in a pre-relationship, we weren't dating, nothing official. And she asked me, she said, Walter, what do you do when you're not in church? Right. And I couldn't answer the question because I had spent all that time in church. And again, the type of church we were, this church and that's it. I would tell people like, you need to go on vacation, but I would say that was for them, not me. I was the pastor, I didn't have hobbies and all of that. And so I had to kind of learn myself outside of church. I had to learn myself as a man. I had to learn myself in a dating relationship. And this would cause, sorry, go ahead.
That was a lot, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's like you're starting from it's starting from beginning as a man to figure out life again,
bro. So I had a lot of good qualities because church teaches you that. Right. Like I knew how to interact with people, but I didn't know necessarily. I didn't know Walter, right? I knew Walter, the pastor. I knew Walter, the minister. I even at this point knew Walter, the husband.
Right.
Right.
Because you did that.
But I couldn't exist. Walter, just an individual. What do you do when ain't nobody at the house? And, you know, those type of deals. Nobody calling your phone, asking you for advice and prayer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. What was that like for you, man? That transition? was it like scary or like you was in unknown land? Like,
so it was, I was in unknown land. I started asking myself serious questions like, okay, what do you really think about God? So, and this may be concerning to some people of faith. For a season, I had to close the Bible, right? And focus on communing between God and myself and ask myself, what do you really believe about God with no pressure? You don't have to prepare a message. You don't have to counsel nobody. You don't have to say anything to preserve the faith. What is it that you believe? And I started coming up with interesting revelations. I started accepting different things. And this is when my mom starts saying, Satan, the Lord rebuke you. She Kojic. I don't know if anybody know them Church of God in Christ, church mothers, they don't play.
I went there.
My mom is probably saying somewhere right now, speaking in tongues with oil, ready to slap me upside the head. I started understanding people who have different walks of faith. And I stopped condemning them. You know, I started understanding this is all I know, right? So if you were to come trying to convert me to another religion, it wouldn't necessarily work.
Right.
It's not that I'm evil or anything. It's just that would be something that I'm not accustomed to. And so I started understanding people from different walks of faith. I started understanding God different. And I started engaging with him different outside of the Christian faith.
One-on-one personal.
Absolutely. And so these are things that I talk about a lot of times.
No filter.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, just give it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right here. No pastor. I don't need a pastor.
Yeah.
Don't need a praise team. You know,
Right.
I love gospel music and I love the church atmosphere. I lead worship for churches.
Right.
But I don't focus on the church aspect of it. And I don't always commune with God based on scripture. Sometimes I'm just a thought that I read in a book that is inspiring to me. You know, I will meditate on that and ask God to speak to me through this quote or through this author, you know?
Yeah. So the main thing is communicate with God.
Period.
Right. Whether he leads you to the scripture or just talk directly to you. As long as you're going to him, you got the juice.
That part.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So man, music. You've been in music. I know you write your own songs. I heard there's a track you did with Christian Williams. Thank you, Jesus. It's a while ago. It was a bunch of y'all on there. Man, that song had me crying on the way to work.
Really, I owe that man an apology. I owe that. So he worked so hard to get us all on that track.
That song is bomb.
I did not tell everybody my life was falling apart.
I guess it wasn't everybody's business, but that song.
It wasn't.
That song was anointed, brother.
Trax is like family. So I could have told Trax.
Well, it depends on what stage you was in at that point.
Right.
He gonna know now when he hear this.
Right. And so I went in there, I recorded that song. He worked with me. His wife worked with me.
Right.
A lot of people see me on stage and I'm able to do a lot of tricks and trail on stage and a lot of stuff to engage the audience. But when I get in the studio,
that's a whole different animal.
This is right. And because I know vocal technique, so you can go flat live and be okay. You can be pitchy live and be okay, right? The what is it called? The ambient sound is going to handle a lot of that, right? And the listeners in the moment, so they're going to be like,
the untrained ear won't hear it.
Oh yeah. They just gonna be in there shaking it down and like they don't care, right? But as the singer, I'm like, ooh, bro, now you know half that run was off key. You didn't hit all the points.
Right, you know.
Right. And so when I get in the studio, I would overthink. And so his wife was there, and she helped me with the harmonies, and he helped me with stuff to say, like very, very patient. This man worked hard on that song. And then
that song was sick.
He got the song done. Me, Cornell, his wife, I forgot who else. It's a few of us on that song.
It's about 4 or 5 of y'all on there.
He releases the song. We performed it one time, and then boom, the mess hit the fan in my life.
Wow.
Oh yes.
And that's the song you need to hear when you're going through.
Well, so yeah, I've always wanted to just be like, "Hey, Trax, I'm sorry," because we had did a song before, and I felt like it did well. Like people to this day will hit me and be like, "Hey, my kid is singing your part on this song. That's cool." Like, yeah, great. This particular song was a personal testimony. It was, all of the things. I thought it was a great representation of me as an artist. And then I was with my peers. I was my peers that they don't necessarily all the time see me with, right?
Right.
So this was a great way for them to see me in another light. But then when the mess hit the fan, it was like we couldn't perform it anywhere because there was so much going on at the time. I couldn't really get out there. When you're featured on a song, you can still do your part of the song in your set to help promote the song, right? I didn't have no dates because when the mess hit the fan, it hit the fan and it shut everything down for a minute for me. So, it was kind of sitting at home on the sidelines, twiddling my thumbs, finding out. And so I too got into podcasting, but I was wilding. So yeah, those were the dark ages.
Hey, the story of Walt B. Hey, but the thing about that's life, though, man. You go through all these ups and downs and trying to figure out who you are amongst what you've been taught and trained to be.
Right.
It's like, who am I? God, what is my purpose?
That part.
I'm saying you made me. They just was, I came through them, family and all that stuff. But what is my ultimate purpose? Use me.
That part.
I'm the vessel. Mold me into what I need to, to help make the world a better place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to do what everybody else will do. I want to do what you want me to do.
Yeah.
So, we got this one song. Tell me about this one song you sent me. This is one of the latest?
This one isn't out yet. It will be coming out here in September.
Exclusive.
It's called Good Things.
Good things are happening
Good things are happening to me. So my next EP will be entitled Songs of Affirmation.
Okay.
And I found myself in a space where I just need music. So I do have music that I worship to. I have music that I like to dance to. Again, I know me now. So, I have music I like to dance to. I got music I like to wild out to. But then I needed music that would just affirm a thought in my mind. Good things are happening to me. I have a song called Today's Gonna Be a Good Day, right? And then I have a song called Cheer Up.
Okay.
Right? It's just cheer up. The negativity is going to be there, but you don't focus on that. You're aware of it, but it can't be your focus, right? And so these are just songs of affirmation. They got a beat to them, you know.
Yeah, always got nice music. You always got nice music too. Yeah.
So they have a beat, and so these are just going to be songs of affirmation that you can play at the beginning of your day, at the end of your day. If you're having a low part of your day, put the song on, and I hope that what I envision will become a reality.
Yeah. Well, anything positive is good.
Absolutely.
Uplifting and just uplifting and positive. That's what I try to operate in.
And that's what I was going
the world
for.
Is
right.
Crazy.
Just positive.
It's a mad world out there. You got to have some happiness and some joy, man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you had another track. I think it was a Joy. Bring Me Joy.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
That was a good one too.
That was my last gospel to date. That was my last gospel art song.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Awesome.
Still ringing in my head.
That one, I love that song actually. I wrote that song when my daughter was born. My daughter is 17.
Okay.
And I didn't release it until so she was born in 2008.
A couple of years ago, huh?
Right. I didn't release it until 2020. Maybe 20. Was it after the pandemic? It's
probably
either right before the pandemic or right during the pandemic. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's been out some years.
Yeah, I remember it. It's play. I think I got it in my play for somewhere. So I got it somewhere. Because you dropped it. When you dropped it, I got it.
Awesome.
Anyway, so this is Good Things. Good Things are happening to me by my man Walter Bernard. You still go by Walt B?
Walt B, yeah, that's Walter Bernard, Walt B, yeah.
Okay, so let's check it out right quick. Good things are happening to me.
Ready for a brand new song about what is going on.
Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening to me.
Down to my sorrows and fear, my new future is finally here.
Good things are happening to me.
Ooh.
Good things are happening.
Stay right there.
Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening to me.
Oh, stay right there.
Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening.
Yeah. Really, really good things, good things, good things, good things. Oh, yeah. I'm not keeping score no more. I ain't mad no more. Good things are happening to me. Yeah. I can finally smile again. My elevation has begun. Ready for a brand new song about what is going on.
Good things are happening to me.
Yeah.
Things are happening to me.
Goodbye to my pain and my fears. My new future is here.
Good things are happening to me.
I can finally see. Stay right there.
Good things are happening to me. Good things are happening.
No.
Good things are happening to me.
I can see. I can finally smile again.
Good things are happening.
Stay right there. Stay the other. I ain't even mad no more. I don't even hurt no more. Hey, it's a good thing. It's a good Good things, good things, good things, good things.
You've heard it exclusively on Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
good things are happening. Yeah, well, that's
Good thing.
the repetition.
Yeah.
That's the affirmation.
Good things are happening to me.
Yeah, saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you get up in the morning, when you're getting ready for work or whatever.
Right.
They just put that on and just so they can saturate your soul and expect it.
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I like that.
What they say, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word
Right.
of God. You got to repetitively hear something,
Yeah, instead of
and then you
repeating,
can start believing it.
instead of repeating the
Yeah.
negativity, put the positivity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it does the same thing. Let me see. You don't play any instruments? You just sing a songwriter?
So, I used to play more piano than I do now. I haven't played in years, so I wouldn't sit down and try to play. I used to play a little bit of the piano.
Yeah.
And I started out on the drums. Now I haven't drummed longer than I played the piano. I haven't drummed consistently since I was like 20, maybe.
Yeah.
So in about 20 something years.
Do you kind of lose it if you don't play with it? You know.
Oh yeah, so I don't even have the stamina. If I were to sit down at a drum set right now, my calf would probably start locking up. You know, I wouldn't have I'd have to do some rehearsal to have the rudiments. Yeah, the motor, the fundamental.
The muscle memory gone, huh?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I can tell the drummer what I want. And I could ask the keyboardist what I want, but I wouldn't have the fine motor skills to execute.
Okay. Yeah, like the everyday practice.
Right. Right.
Cool. Hey, so when, you don't have any books in the work or nothing?
You know, I was working on a book because of how the visual landscape is right now. I am working on visual and audio. Sorry, landscape is working. I'm working on a digital book. Okay. Rather than a physical copy. Yeah. Most people I know aren't really buying physical copies. So I am working on a book, and this is just confessions.
You mean like
of a recovering church addict?
You mean like an ebook, like Kindle? Or
an ebook. There we go. Ebook. Right. But I wanted to also, because I do audio. I like to listen to the audio books, and right now I'm doing Black liberation theology. Okay. And so I just finished Breaking All the Rules by Christian Keys. And so he's a deconstructionalist. These are theological minds. He still ain't let go of the church. These are books that help theology. Because I'm in that vein, I wanted to also narrate the book. So I don't just want to write it. I also want it read in my voice for the people.
Audiobook.
Right.
So ebooks and audiobook, yeah. Yeah, because when the last time you go to the store and buy a physical copy, unless you're a reader, I like to turn the leaves and read,
flip the page, right.
But most people
read the Bible like that no more. Yeah. I got the little the U version or whatever it's called,
ebook
app on my phone.
Oh.
You click play and it read the scripture too.
Okay. Yeah. Audio. Yeah, because I'm almost like an audio visual learner instead of just reading stuff. Give me a YouTube or, let me listen to it while I'm working or something.
All day.
It's just it's easier for me that way. I'll be reading something, I'll be falling asleep. My eyes start fogging. I'm like, I probably always had the ADD and never knew it before they even said it.
So I love that we have verbiage for all of this, but I'm like, y'all found out about it a little too late.
I know. It's been happening to us. They used to short school bus. So he's special. He don't know nobody. I'm like, no, I got a problem. We just don't have a name to it.
Right. Yep. Right. They didn't know what to call it.
Yeah, you just had to figure out everybody learned different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they try to put you in a cookie cutter. Like, hey, you're gonna learn this way. No, that's hard for me. I can learn this way.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, well, let me see. We've been chopping it up. Anything else you want to add to it before we get to the moment of? Is a segment of the show where I have my guests leave positive life nuggets. Unless you got something before that.
Okay. So I just want right now I'm doing what's called the Beloved Collective. That's a nonprofit. We are focused on getting resources to people. So what we have coming up on September 12th, I don't know when this will air. So this may have happened already or okay.
August 23rd.
So September 12th, we're going out and we're giving care packages to the unhoused in our area. I live in Riverside County, California. It is now illegal to, I guess, sleep on the street in some cities.
Where are they going to go?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now, the one positive thing is that they do now have a lot of shelters in place
so they want them to go
help with that. But they need the mental health resources to go with it because some of the people that are unhoused, it's not that they're out of their mind. And so we just want to go out and kind of help get resources to them. And then we are currently planning a resume building workshop. What I'm finding out with a lot of young people in general, clear across the board, all races, all ethnicities, they don't know how to present themselves at a job interview. Right. And this isn't about respectability politics. If you're young and listening to this, this is not me trying to force you into a mold, but If you want to be successful, you got to show up and present yourself a certain way. And then you have to be able to take constructive criticism and realize that someone's not being disrespectful to you when they're giving instruction, right? And so in the industry I work at, people will pop off at the supervisor and be ready to fight.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm like, wait, bro, you at work, you're gonna lose your whole job just because you feel like he, right? Just because you just got a new car and you about to lose that too, because resume building and job readiness event coming up in November. Just so we can help get resources to people and kind of help make a positive change in the community, and that's called the Beloved Collective.
You got it on social media or something where they can find it?
Yeah, so those links I sent, that are connected to me. I discussed the Beloved Collective on all things.
Okay.
I ran into a snag in the road because everybody thought I was starting a new church, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. We did that before, remember, and it didn't work. So we're going to go ahead and go this way. So still serving humanity, but in a different facet.
Yeah, more hands-on, huh?
Absolutely.
More street level, hands-on.
Absolutely.
Like in the fire. Yeah, we're not talking about it from this building and talking about out there. No, we actually out here in the trenches.
Making it happen.
Yeah.
That's
where
right.
It matters. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. And where can they find you online?
You can find me. So I am on TikTok. Walter Bernard Talks on TikTok and on Instagram, Walter Bernard Talks. I'm on Facebook, Walter Bernard. I'm not as active on Facebook as I am on TikTok and Instagram. I am also on YouTube, currently rebranding Walter Bernard on YouTube. But yeah, you can find me on all these platforms. And I just want to pre-warn you. So even though we done talked about a whole lot of, I churched it up and cleaned it up a bit for Nate because I have a lot of respect for Nate.
Thank you, sir. And this is a PG show most of the time.
Right. So I cleaned it up for Nate. I have a lot of respect for Nate. Nate, I really do. I do watch and I do respect what you do.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about because I keep up with you.
Okay. So I just want to warn you when you go to my page, be prayed up. Now, I'm never saying anything from a place of hate or anger.
Right.
But I will address things head on, and I'm very open about my life and everything on social media.
And that's the real Walt B. Don't blame me.
You're going to get the real Walt B. Right. You're going to get the real Walt B, the Walter Bernard, over on social media.
Yeah, we got the nice Walter Bernard today to present. He sent his representative out today.
So I often tell people, because on social media, if you hear me start a video with Uncle Walter, this is Uncle Walter, it's going to be a mess. So they know to either keep scrolling or just brace yourself.
But just go in there.
I say, hey, this is Walter. Yeah. This is Walter Bernard. You're going to get a decent little something you can probably share. Mm-hmm.
Hey, just go in there and feel the fire. You go it on. You might learn something. Right. It might be real relatable to you.
It could be very.
I'm sure you ain't the only one what you see things the way you see it. It's 8 billion people. I'm sure you're not the only one with the issues you thought you had.
True fact. I saw that it's 8 billion people on this planet. That is wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Imagine all the problems they got to go through individually.
I'm saying, when I see things like that, I realize we're fortunate to be in America.
Yeah.
And no shades to any other country. We do have our issues, and we're all working to make this place a better place. But we're blessed to be in America and having first world country problems and not third world.
Yeah, we got problems, but I'll take these over the other ones.
Absolutely, I will absolutely take what we're dealing with over
some of
what I've been. So I've been overseas. I've been to some of the other countries, and we've had to sneak and minister the gospel. Before.
Get your head.
I would rather be able to. Absolutely, I would rather live in America where people can disagree with you vehemently, and be venomous and wherever. I'll take that over me having to run from the actual government.
Yeah. Jailed and stoned.
Because I believe different. Right.
That's wild.
Right.
Wow. Okay, well, this is the part of the show where I have my guests leave some positive life nuggets.
Okay. Yes. So I just would like to encourage people, and this is something I do for anyone I speak with. I want to encourage you to accept who God has made you. And you've got to accept where you are in life. A lot of times we are striving for this imaginary place that we've called there. I'm not there yet, you know. Oh, when I get there, maybe I'll be doing this. I am right where I am supposed to be. I am right on time. There's an affirmation I do that says, my steps are ordered by God. Therefore, I am not delayed. I am not late. I am encountering every blessing I am supposed to encounter in this season. And then I challenge myself, prepare yourself to make the most out of every opportunity you face today. When you're not present, a lot of times you will not maximize your moment. And so I just want to encourage you, a life nugget is prepare for where you are. You always have a vision for where you want to be. Right. And of course, you want to put things in place for that. But you want to make sure that you're present where you are and that you are prepared to kill it where you are. And not preparing because you're not capable, but I want you to understand that you are capable. God put you here in this moment because you have what it takes to maximize this moment.
That was powerful. It's just too much to put on a t-shirt though. Absolutely. But yeah, it tends to happen with me. That was some meat and potatoes there, man. That's a rib stickler. Wow. Yeah, hopefully y'all take that and go run and be great with it, man, because that was some good stuff there. Yeah, appreciate that, Walt.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, we want to thank you for coming on the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast, brother. Finally.
Yeah.
We made it.
Finally, the Walt has come back. No,
the Walt. Back in action. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming on the show, brother, and sharing your story, and hopefully people get a better understanding of you and grow to love you.
Absolutely.
Peace
well, thank you again.
Yeah.
You've heard it exclusively on Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast.
Hey, this is Walter Bernard, and I am on the Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast. You can catch me live every week on TikTok. We try to do Friday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can join us where we talk about all things religion, positivity, and personal growth.
Thanks for listening to Nathaniel Noble Jr. podcast. The best podcast in your hands. With new episodes every Sunday at noon. Pacific on all podcast platforms. Check out MrNoblePodcast.com for more info. As always, be blessed. Don't stress, because this life is just a big old test. And you're gonna pass with flying colors if you don't quit. Peace.